Big announcement tonight, early in the evening, fight fans, that Tyson Fury has signed to fight a 2-fight deal against Anthony Joshua next year. However, Tyson Fury has announced that obviously he still needs to fight the dangerous Deontay Wilder. However, please, Deontay Wilder, step aside for this one. Let the two title holders fight each other. Let's find out who can be a unified world heavyweight champion of the world. Deontay Wilder gets some tune-up fights, comes back again. No reason why not. But let's have a late in 2020 Fury versus Anthony Joshua. So my take on the fight, if and when it happens, I'm still sceptical. You're always sceptical about these big announcements. Are they sometimes true? Is there still some? Frank Warren's announced on a tweet that contracts aren't signed yet. That's always a bit of a concern that there's maybe some ironing out issues still to go. Matchroom have announced it. Eddie Hearn's announced it. Fury said it's happening. But yeah, my take on the fight. Prior to Tyson Fury fighting Deontay Wilder in the first fight and then the second fight, I would have said that I would have tipped it towards Joshua just because of Tyson Fury's problems and his past, his previous, challenges that he's faced with depression, putting on so much weight. It was always going to be a big ask for him to come back. And I spoke and did a video yesterday talking about my challenges with depression and how Tyson Fury inspired me to come back from that and start my own sports podcast. So, when it comes to the Gypsy King, anything is possible. You don't write the Gypsy King off anymore. After his first performance in the Wilder fight, he surprised the whole world. And then in the second fight, under Sugar Hill, just unbelievable performance to dominate Deontay Wilder, do exactly what he said he was going to do. And now I have to say the favourite has got to be very much the Gypsy King, Tyson Fury, for the fight against Anthony Joshua. Anthony Joshua lost to Andy Ruiz Jr., surprising knockout. Can happen to anybody in the heavyweight boxing division. Nothing to be ashamed of. Anthony Joshua is a fantastic champion, role model to many. Joshua showed how tough he was, showed how mentally tough he was by coming back, fighting in Saudi Arabia to win his titles back. However, he fought a very safe fight. It wasn't Anthony Joshua that we're used to, that dominated the fight. He stayed on the outside for 12 rounds, boxed his way to a decision win. Very impressive to be able to do that. But now coming after what Fury done against Wilder, I just think it even more tips it in favour of Tyson Fury because of how dominant Tyson Fury was. The punching power that he showed that maybe we've not seen before. Everyone always says, Tyson Fury, pillow fist. That's not the case. He was a different animal at that weight. Under Sugar Hill's tutoring, he was a strong, hard puncher. So let's just say he does fight Wilder again. I only see the same decision, and I have to say I think if Fury fights Joshua end of the year or early next year, I think Tyson Fury would. I'm going to go as far as saying I think he would stop Anthony Joshua by about 7, 8, 9 rounds maybe. I think I could see it going quite similar to the fight where he's had twice with Wilder. I think he would outbox Joshua, but don't get me wrong, I think Anthony Joshua is a far better boxer than Deontay Wilder, and he's got severe punch power as well. So it's heavyweight boxing. If he lands on Fury's chin, Fury can go down. However, Fury can get back up. Who knows how he still got back up from that punch from Deontay Wilder. I still watch it back now and I get goosebumps just seeing him rise off the canvas like The Undertaker. It was just something else. Unbelievable. And with what Tyson Fury's been through, I just think he's in such a when Tyson Fury's happy, he's in good headspace, his mental health is in a good place. How can you write off the Gypsy King? How can you say there's any other heavyweight in boxing right now that can beat Tyson Fury? However, if there is one, it could well be Anthony Joshua. The other guy that I think Deontay Wilder should fight is the body snatcher, Dillian Whyte. He's been waiting for a title shot for God knows how long. The days when they talk about it's ridiculous. Fight Dillian Whyte. Move out the way, Deontay Wilder. Let Dillian Whyte step in. Fight Wilder. The winner gets to fight the winner of Fury and Joshua after their rematch. That would be perfect for heavyweight boxing. For once, that would be just how things are meant to go. So all these boxing promoters that are coming together, Bob Arum, Eddie Hearn, Frank Warren, Shelley Finkel, that manages Deontay Wilder, sit in a room, and that would be the way to go. I mean, I'm just a guy sitting in my living room running a podcast channel, ex-professional cricketer talking boxing, but perhaps people will agree with what I'm saying. I think it makes perfect sense. Dillian Whyte fights Deontay Wilder. Great fight. Excellent fight. Deserves his shot there, and there's a lot of bad blood there. It would be a great build-up. I'd love to see it. Tyson Fury fights Anthony Joshua. Biggest blockbuster fight in heavyweight boxing in Britain. Worldwide, I don't think we've seen a fight as big as that since, the days of Lennox Lewis, Evander Holyfield, Mike Tyson. Give the boxing fans what we want to see, people. The promoters, please make that happen. That is the way to go. Deontay Wilder is probably the best thing for you. 3 fights in a row against, the Gypsy King, Tyson Fury, after what he's done to you. It's not wise. Build yourself back up again. There's no reason why you can't come again. I don't think you can beat the Gypsy King. I really don't. With those boxing skills, the movement, and now the fact that the punching power is there as well, I can't ever see it happening unless Tyson Fury comes in mentally weak, not in the same place he's been for the last 2 fights, or he drops and his weight isn't right. We've seen how important that was when Tyson Fury fought Otto Wallin. His dad said, Big John Fury said, the weight wasn't right. He criticised the trainer Ben Davison, who done a fantastic job with Tyson Fury. A lot of credit has to go to Ben Davison. What a fantastic trainer. But Fury Senior was right, because when Tyson Fury got his weight right for the second fight against Deontay Wilder, he was a different beast. If that Tyson Fury comes into the ring to fight Deontay Wilder or fight Anthony Joshua in a unification heavyweight title fight, there is only one winner, and that is the Gypsy King, Tyson Fury. He is, in my opinion, the best heavyweight boxer on the planet, bar none. But there is some great heavyweight boxers kicking around, and on any given day, if they maybe land on him, anything can happen. Heavyweight boxing is such an excitement. As soon as I seen the announcement today, I'm excited. I'm sure many boxing fans are excited, but we're always going to be skeptical because there's so many promotional and management companies involved that something can always go wrong. Please don't. The perfect scenario, I repeat, Deontay Wilder, step aside. The Alabama man, step aside, fight the body snatcher, fight Dillian Whyte. That's a great fight. Tyson Fury, Joshua go straight into a unification heavyweight title fight. The winners fight each other, the losers fight each other, and let's have 3-4 years of magic heavyweight boxing. You've got to love it. Loving the boxing. Keep doing what all the promotional companies, keep doing what you're doing, keep entertaining us, but give the fans what they want to see, give us the best fights. It's time. UFC, for instance, you always tend to get the best fights more often than not. Let's have boxing delivering now, which I think it's happening a lot more now. But exciting times. Hope you've enjoyed my video. Please subscribe to my channel. Lots of different videos with elite sportsmen from all around the world coming up. And I would love to hear your comments, whether it's positive, negative, whatever. And thank you very much for listening.